everybody, welcome back to Pixie Woo. Now, I've had loads of requests for a video of my wedding makeup as I've never done one, so that's what I'm going to do for you today. I'm just going to use a hairband to get my hair out of my face whilst I do the makeup. Okay, so as a primer I use Laura Mercier Foundation Primer. I'm going to pop that on with my hands. My sister actually did my makeup on my wedding day. I would have been too nervous. Do ignore my nail varnish, I didn't have this colour on for my wedding day. Now, I'm not a big fan of primer, but for a wedding day, it's good to wear because it will hold your makeup into place all day. But the only reason I'm not a fan of primer is because I've got very dry skin. So normally things stay put anyway. I then used Nars Sheer Glow Foundation in my colour, which is Santa Fe. And just buffed that into the skin. Now this foundation photos really nicely, which is why I used it. And it lasts well on my quite dry skin. I think people really expected me to go for something shocking with my makeup on my wedding day, but I didn't. I went very basic because those pictures are going to be around forever. So I wanted to keep it quite basic, and my wedding was pretty classic too. It's important once you've done your foundation just to leave it, let it work into the skin and do its own thing. Move on to the eyes. I used a little bit of Painterly. Just going to take that on my finger and push it over the eye. Now I use this as a base, but I don't get very oily lids. If you do, you may want to go for something more like Nars Pro Prime. Brilliant. So just pop that all over. So it's just giving a really nice matte finish to the eyelid, so that when I put product over the top of it, that will seal into place and won't move all day. Now I went into MAC and made myself a special palette for my wedding day, and in here I have got Brule, Patina, Mulch and Black Tide, and they're the colours that I used for eyeshadow. I took a 217 and a bit of Brule, or sanded, and ran it all over my lid. Now the key is to layer these products so that they don't move. The more you layer, the better put they will stay, the more longevity they will have. Then took Patina and ran that softly over most of the eyelid. So it gives the eye a little bit more texture. I then took a 239 and a little bit of the Mulch. Now if you package that just on one side of the brush, then you won't get as much fall down. And I just push it along the lash line. Then take your 217 and blend that through. You may have to keep applying this a few times. Now for my eyes, I went along the lash line and winged it out slightly. Didn't really go through the socket. Then change brush to a MAC 266 and the black eyeshadow. And just softly push that along the lash line. That's just to create a little bit more depth. And it's just creating a slight little winged out eye. I'm then going to take a little bit of MAC Blacktrack liner and a Louise Young LY24A and just run that along the waterline. A little bit of this may transfer, but you can clean it up really quickly, and this product's great because it sets. I'm then going to move on to the brows. I took a Uemura hard formula. This one's quite small actually. I have got a longer one, but it's in my makeup bag at home. Eyebrow pencil. Let's put that end on there because it's going to wear away. And just shaped my brows. I didn't want my brows to be too heavy on my wedding day, so I didn't go too much with them. Just give them a little brush through. Now where I have a gap in my brow here, I just have to fill that in with a little bit of powder, otherwise the makeup will wear off. So I'm just going to take another clean MAC 266 and a couple of brow colours. I'm going to use a little bit of Copper Plate and Omega. Then I take a little bit of Anastasia Tinted Brow Gel. Wipe off a lot of the excess from this, because sometimes they have too much product. And that's just going to catch the hairs so that the brows look a little bit fuller. And a little bit realer, is that a word? More real. I'm so proud of this brow for growing back. Come on, join it. You'll love it. It must be because I've got a scar in that one that it doesn't want to grow back. Right, I then need to go in with a bit of concealer. Now I have a Bobbi Brown concealer palette. You can buy these concealers individually, and I used a little bit of, down this side here, it's a bit messy because it's well loved. You've got light peach, peach and dark peach, and I think they do an in-between one now. Now I'm going to take a little bit of peach and dark peach and run them under my eyes, and because they've got a lot of orange in, they're going to help to get rid of this really darkness under my eyes. So I'm just going to take that on a domed shadow brush and just run that under the eye. Now this product creases, so only keep it to the very inside corner of the eye, don't take it up here. Just helps get rid of those dark circles. It's actually quite a fantastic product. Now I've concealed under my eyes, I can go back in with my palette. So I'm going to take a bit of Patina, which is this kind of grey tone, and run that right the way under the eye. Then a small amount of Mulch, just in the outside corner. Add a bit of mascara. Now this isn't the mascara I used. I actually used the Estee Lauder waterproof mascara because I love that one. But if you want to know what this mascara is, this one is Zoom Fast Black Lash. Then I'm going to take a little bit of Buttery. This one you can't get anymore, but it's kind of like a really soft cream eye pencil, kohl. And I'm just going to take that inside the waterline just to lift that slightly. By now my mascara should have dried on top, so I'm going to add some to the bottom lashes too. You don't have to put mascara on the bottom. I like it because I wear it every day anyway on the bottom, but if you don't, then it might be a bit much for you. I'm then going to add a little bit of Chanel powder. Now this is quite a lot of products, but I like to layer my makeup so that it will last better. So I'm just taking that on an expert face brush and running it right the way around the face to give me a really healthy glow. I then powdered that into place with a little bit of Laura Mercier translucent powder. Sorry if you can hear background noise. We're teaching this week, so the students arriving. I tried to get in early to do a video. You can hear Sam actually. Then take a little bit of Sleek Makeup face contour and run that pretty much over where we've just run the other bronzer. Then I'm going to take the contour brush and just take a little bit of the highlighter through the top of the cheekbone. Not too much. Lastly on the cheeks, a little bit of blusher on the apples of my cheeks, and I've got an Illamasqua. This one is in Naked Rose. Just smile and pop that on and brush it slightly back into the cheek. Then onto the lip. I took a little bit of Stone Lip Liner really, really softly around the outside of my lip. And use my finger to blend that down. And then inside the lip, the lipstick that I used on my wedding day, I can't get anymore. It's a Uemura one, and it was 935. And I don't know whether they've changed the colour slightly, but it's not the same as the one that I bought on my wedding day. So instead, I'm going to use a Daniel Sandler one, and this one is Micro Nude, just because I think this is a really lovely colour. And over the top of that, I'm going to use Ample Pink PlushGlass from MAC. Now these wear off beautifully, so you don't have to worry about them going a little bit scummy on your wedding day. And because this is a bit beige, I want to slightly pick it up with a tiny shot of pink, which is what I've got in the gloss. Then lastly, I need to add some individual lashes to the look. I have got some short Amazing Shine and some medium Amazing Shine. Now the long ones are so long that you'll very rarely use them, so I prefer to buy them individually. Now I'm going to do 3 short and 3 long either side. Start with the short. Pop some glue on the back of your hand, dip the lash in, look down, and place it where you get the gaps. Then lastly, I'm going to add a tiny bit of MAC Reflex Pearl and just push that over the top so it makes it glittery. So there you have my finished wedding makeup tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, thumb it up so I can see that you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe. Have a lovely day. And if you are getting married, have the best day of your life. Take care. Bye-bye.